By attacking a hotel which is clearly popular with foreigners there in Kismayu, Al-Shabaab is trying to send a message to the world. What is that message, do you think?
I think the primary message is actually for the local state government in southern Somalia, in the state of Jubaland. The hotel, there weren't very many foreigners staying in Kismayu, although some happened to be at the hotel. But mainly, that hotel is frequented by politicians, and in particular at this time, there were many clan or tribal elders who were in the city of Kismayu to begin the process of selecting a new state parliament. And when that parliament is established, then it will elect the next president of Jubaland. So the primary purpose of this attack appears to have been to derail the process of a new presidential election for the state of Jubaland.
Okay, just for the benefit of our viewers, of course, Kismayu is the commercial capital of Jubaland, as you said. It's a region of Somalia which is still partly controlled by Al-Shabaab. And given that Kismayu is only about 150 kilometers from the Kenyan border, do you think the authorities where you are in Nairobi might perhaps at this stage think the time has come to step up their efforts to try and crush Al-Shabaab once and for all?
I think that's a pretty big ask for the Kenyan Defence Forces who are there in the town of Kismayu. In fact, they provide security for the town and for the local government. And actually, until this attack, the town of Kismayu has been remarkably secure for southern Somalia. This is the first large-scale attack of its kind in years. Perhaps the worst ever. So the Kenyan forces are advancing as we speak. They have been in the midst of an operation, moving north and east from the town of Kismayu, slowly pushing back Al-Shabaab and moving towards the Al-Shabaab capital, which is north of Kismayu in the town of Jilid. But they've been working on this operation for years. The African Union forces in Somalia, of which the Kenyans are a part. This is their objective by the year 2021 when they're supposed to leave. But I think by any realistic assessment, cleansing Somalia of Al-Shabaab is going to take a lot longer than that.
I think a lot of people will be quite surprised, that this militant group, which is obviously much less well equipped than, say, the Kenyan army, has managed to resist the various international efforts to neutralize them for many years now. How are they doing that, do you think?
Well, it's largely because Al-Shabaab is not simply a military problem. Somalia is, of course, a large country with very little government to speak of. And no really coherent security forces, just groups of security forces associated with the central government in Mogadishu and then militias in different parts of the country. But the real issue is that Al-Shabaab still has support from sections of the population, not because of its ideology, its jihadist beliefs, but because Somalia really is still a country that hasn't yet emerged entirely from civil war, and there hasn't yet been a comprehensive political settlement. So there are communities who feel threatened or marginalized by the way the state-building process is going forward, and they see Shabaab as offering some leverage in a form of protection against these forces that are emerging as the new Somali federal authorities.
Okay.